First time that I actually would consider myself serving as a mentor was actually mentoring a peer. I believe mentoring can happen in all types of varieties. It can be someone who is older or may outrank you. It can also come from a subordinate, but it also can be from your peers. And just something as simple as advising a peer how to go about communicating, how to go about writing or speaking to folks in the work center. And I think that's when I first realized that I could add value as a peer mentor, and I've received that same value from peers who've been mentors to me. I think mentoring actually bridges the gap between what I would call theory and practice with respect to developing airmen in our Air Force. We're the best Air Force in the world, and we also benefit from having the best training in the world. Oftentimes that training may not cover the gap that a mentoring relationship, which is often personal, that mentoring relationship can address. And it's all the things that you don't read in a textbook. It's how to conduct yourself appropriately, how to exemplify the core values, and how to do the intangibles that are also a part of being a good leader and a good follower. And mentors, in whatever variety they come in, they often speak from experience. So it's the not so much just the theoretical aspects of learning leadership, but benefiting and hearing someone else's experience and having that experience shared. Well, I think the idea of having someone serve as a mentor, first of all, it has the element of service to it, which is our second core value, serving something higher than yourself and doing it selflessly. And the act of a mentee identifying someone who may exemplify those values and who may come from a common experience or may even a different experience. The fact that the mentee identifies that mentor and in a complimentary way saying, I would like to be like you and I would like to learn from your experience because I admire what you stand for. I think that's how it actually meshes with the idea of having core values and modeling those values every day. May be surprising to you, but most of my mentors have been senior non-commissioned officers that I've worked with. I come from an aircraft maintenance background, so a majority of my career has been serving with our great enlisted force. And I've had numerous senior NCOs over my career who've taken an interest in me and my professional development and decided to invest in me. And the thing I learned most from them is how to lead by being a servant first, and leading by demonstrating great followership. The senior NCOs that I've been fortunate to have been mentored by also have taught me great listening skills and how to become an effective, active listener. And it's just been a hallmark of my career that I've had an opportunity to work with great senior non-commissioned officers in the wings that I've served in. And they've just been very important examples to me as I've been professionally developing over my career. I think early on in anybody's career, we are taught to understand the tactics of our business early on in our career. And as we mature, that transition from being a tactician to becoming more of an operational and strategic leader is an important transition to go through. And I think I've had an opportunity to mentor a lot of company-grade officers, who are trying to navigate that transition from being a subject matter expert or being a tactician to becoming a leader of a large organization and understanding the operational aspects of our business. And it's the idea of moving from becoming a chess piece on the chessboard to rising above the chessboard and understanding how all the other players interact with each other. And when you go particularly to that first squadron command assignment, where you're not just leading your own squadron, but you're also working with other units to enhance the wing's mission, that's an important transition, and it's an important leadership development opportunity for our young officers. Both mentor and mentee should enter into this personal relationship that's based on transparent, truthful feedback that may complement what the airman would typically get out of a supervisor-subordinate relationship. When you are doing this right and you see the mentor be most beneficial, is when the mentor is able to offer a different perspective about an airman's skill set, about an airman's way of communicating, that actually is supplementing what the requirements that are being given to that airman in his or her workplace. So I think both can exist in tandem, and one can complement the other. Mentor-mentee relationships happen in different varieties. A mentor-mentee relationship could be something that occurs one time. It could be one conversation that could last maybe 20 minutes, but that conversation is impactful enough and it governs behavior just from that one interaction. It could also be ongoing. So I think a mentorship first. Anyone who's thinking about serving as a mentor, and we all should consider ourselves as mentors of some type and willing to do so. I think approachability is the first trait that I would actually highlight, that in order to be able to constructively give someone advice or to share wisdom, first the mentor should be approachable. I think the mentor should really concentrate on being an active listener. I found that in sessions or in interactions with mentees, the more I listen, the better feedback I can provide. And listening while asking those probing questions, you'll find that the mentee will often resolve issues by answering questions that are being asked and having the opportunity to have a listening ear to any dilemma or any problem or challenge that the mentee may be facing. So I think those two traits, approachability and the capability to listen actively, are just two important things that I think a mentor needs to possess.